Mike Pappocia from Newman Central Catholic High School in Sterling, Illinois. I'm going to talk today about a few plays that we run in our offense that might help some people out. It's nothing really tough, but our kids are tough, and these are the type of plays we like to run. So let me get busy here. I'll show you our base play. Really, our first play that we like to run is an inside option. We don't run a lot of option, but we do run enough to make you have to practice against it. And by doing that, we find out who's defending who you have on our kids, and then that helps us to dictate what offensive plays we should run. But off of that play, the inside option, we run other things. We do run midline options some too as well, and traps and all that. But our base play, which by the way is called the power. Okay, we run this play. We put this play into third practice, the third day of each preseason. My high school coach was a real psychologist, and he told me, he goes, you beat the heck out of the kids the first 2 days and run them, and they can't do anything right. Well, on that third day, tell them you're not going to run. And by doing that, they're going to really be glued in on what you're doing. We put this play in because it's our bread and butter. People that play us, they know they're going to have to try and stop this play. And it's our power play. And we put it in that third day because my coach told me when it's 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, or you really need some yards, they believe in this play because that third day they didn't have to run. They knew it was a great day. It was a great day to practice, and they remember this play, and everything was positive. So it's a real simple play. I actually ran this in college, where I got it from. At that time, we just ran it at the bubble. And the bubble, of course, in this defense would be over the guard. All right? Well, when I took over here, I thought we could run a lot of different places. And so we can run this play at the center, guard, tackle, or end. We have a power center, guard, tackle, end, depending on how you line up and what you're doing. For instance, if your defensive tackles are slanting in the B gap, then we can still call it power tackle. But if you're going to run it at the bubble, in this setup, you're going to run it at the guard. And it's a real simple play, and we just use base blocking rules for the most part. So our center is going to come here. Our guard is going to block double and scrape to here. Our backside people are scooping. Sometimes we send them downfield. And we do that for a simple reason. Our coaches, our running back coaches really, really, really emphasize cutbacks. And so if we're going with this, then we've got so many teams that are bending and chasing on us now. They're running down our backs from behind. So that's why we're staying more on the line of scrimmage. But in years past, we would send these guys down and try to form a wall here. Okay? We'd base here, and this is why it's called power. We're going 2-on-1 on this linebacker. Okay? 2-on-1. We practice that daily, that block. We have to get our shoulder pads touching when we go in there. We try to get into the waist of that linebacker and push him as far down the field as we can. Our halfback is going to take a direct line over the fullback, in this case, towards that guard. He gets the hand up, and the quarterback will reverse out on this play. Once the back gets the ball, we count him as an eye back. He can cut the ball back anywhere. So if this center has a trouble with this nose guard going that way, if he sees that, he can still cut it back, and you can see the wall we'd have there. We give them the option to do that, unless it's a 1 yard, 2 yard situation where we got to have it. Then you better get the 1 or 2 yards before you start dancing. So that's how simple the play is. Okay, it's just called a power play. We call it power because we have two backs leading the back through. If we were to run power end, okay, power end tells everybody where the play is going. Now the only guy's really his block is going to change is our end. Now he is going to double and scrape on that backer. Our guard is going to go after that linebacker in this defense again. Still 2-on-1 block, trying to kick out. Still reverse out here. Tries to run over the fullback in his route to get to that hole. We try to kick out. This is a good goal line play for us, especially. A lot of time we got people slanting down. That works great. Okay, so it's a very simple play, but this is our play. You know, if teams playing Newman High School, they know they're going to see a lot of this. And again, it's at the different bubbles that we could do it. So if we're going, for instance, back to this side, and now they're on an even front. Now, of course, we'd like to run it at this tackle bubble, coming back over here. Okay? Rules, inside off, there we go, here. We would leave that guy alone. That'd be our block now. We've got angles here, so now our backs coming through, shoulder to shoulder, half back through, looking for that. He reverses out. It's just a real simple play, guys, but I'm telling you, it's just effective as heck for us. And we use this just to beat teams up. Our kids understand that. Again, we practice blocking with our backs like this daily. It's just something they need to do to be successful. And if you can't block, I don't care who you are, how fast you are. If you can't block, you're not going to play for us. We'll put you out as a wide receiver maybe to make you look good and draw some attention that way. But you're not going to play for us if you can't block. And as much as we practice it, there's a good transformation of kids into great blockers because of how much emphasis we put on it. So this is a power play that we run. We can run it, for instance, if it was this 4, we run it over the center, which is one of my favorite plays because I always tell the kids it's like the Red Sea parting. If you block this thing right, correctly, it's just like the Red Sea. We're at a 4 here. If it's going right, okay, it's going to the right. Our linebacker is blocked opposite, our center blocks opposite. Now this is the guy we're going to emphasize for our backs to power up on. We'd be base block here. Center goes opposite of the play call. It's called right. He goes left. Quarterback reverses out. Boom, boom. And here again, we're looking for that cutback anytime we can. And I love the power center because a lot of times you're in the backfield, defensive backfield, before they even see you. You know, and we emphasize so much to our kids that, you know, get in that hole as fast as you can. We tell our linemen same way. You know, get on there, get a piece of them, try to drive them as long as you can, and go from there.